Hey everybody, welcome to another Monday Reviews. Today we are reviewing a Krydex Combat shirt. So on the channel we reviewed Krydex stuff before. We reviewed their combat pants and some of their pouches and gear. So today we're checking out their shirts. I like Crye stuff. I got plenty of real Crye stuff in my collection, but I was kind of curious about the Krydex top. I keep seeing these, and the Krydex pant review has had a lot of people asking about it, and it seemed to be pretty popular. So I decided to grab a top too to check it out. I was just kind of curious. I wanted to see what the quality is like because the pants turned out to be really good for the money and what they were. So let's jump into this guy. Let's talk about it, and I will give you my initial impressions of what I think of it, and then we'll take it off the table. I'll show you a fit test and how it looks on me with and without body armor, and then I'll do my final thoughts, and we'll go from there. I have not played in this yet, so I won't be able to give you a play-by-play on how it feels after a long days of play and all that kind of stuff, but I'll just be able to give you my initial feel, initial thoughts about how it fits and all of that. And so we will do follow-up videos over time from there. So right out the gate, just to give you guys the informationals, this is made of a 50-50 poly cotton ripstop. So that's the sleeve portion and the neck or the collar. That's all 50-50 poly ripstop. And the body is a jersey knit cotton fabric. Don't think it's pre-shrunk. So keep that in mind when you're washing these things. And if you go to dry them, they might shrink up on you a little bit. So I highly recommend you hang dry these tops if you don't want them to shrink. Like I definitely don't want this one to shrink. I like my combat shirts to be loose. I don't like them to be tight. So that's why I went with the size I went with. This is a 3XL. Krydex stuff is not true to size for North American sizing. It is definitely true to size more in the European or Asian sizing. Hence why 3XL, because I'm nowhere near a 3XL in North American sizing. Not even close. All right. So this still does have the tags on it, wherever they went. Here we go. Claiming to have YKK zippers. And so that's a good thing. YKK makes great zippers, so they're quality zippers. The quality zips. And then it has the basic stuff that you would expect on a clone of a Crye top. It's very much a clone of a Crye G3 top. The Crye G3 kind of became, and the G2s, basically Crye kind of set the standard for all of these things. And everyone else is either cloning or doing their best to follow suit in some way. So let's get this off. Let's see if I can find my scissors or a knife somewhere around here. A knife will have to do. So let's get this off here. That's the tags. Otherwise, as far as the tagging goes, it's just telling you it's Krydex gear. It does have like a little QR code. It'll take you to like probably their website and all that kind of stuff. And then this here telling you to remove the label before you wear it. I don't know why they have to tell you that, but I guess maybe they do. Who knows? The top itself is kind of stiff when you get out of the package, like anything of this nature, but it's not horribly stiff. I've had plenty of these knockoffs and real stuff in the past, proper, etc. The ripstop just feels very crunchy and very hard when you first get it. Now, this isn't horrible. It's not the worst I've ever felt. The zip on the collar is pretty nice and manageable. So they talked about how this got this zipper capture here at the top of the collar. It's not really that great. I would expect it to come over more and come like kind of at an angle here, and it really doesn't. I mean, it's pretty good about keeping it off your neck, but it would have been nice to see it kind of come down more to actually capture the whole zip and be a little more robust. So that kind of sucked because I have a feeling that's going to start to, yep, see, it's going to start to split and wear if you wear this up as a mandarin, and that will start to rub on your neck. I don't really plan on doing that, so I'll be okay there. Most likely I'll keep it pretty much zipped all the way down most of the time. The collar itself is pretty big. That's good, I guess, for some of you guys out there. I have a pretty big neck, so that's good. And the collar is cut at like an angle, so it will clear your big old gobblers out there. That is nice. And the entire collar is ripstop. There is no soft backing like some other companies. They've made combat shirts, and the inside of the collar is like the jersey knit. So it's just pure ripstop on the inside of the collar. Like I said, here's Krydex label in here. This is a 3XL. It fits really close to a US XL. That is the size that I found to be the most comfortable for me as far as combat shirts go. I like a frog. My USMC frog top is an XL, and I like how loose it is on me. I might be able to get away with a large, but it would be a little tight. I don't like tight fitting combat shirts. I never have. I know that's kind of the whole point. Hello, kitty. That's the whole point of the combat shirt, is to be more tight on you. I've never liked it, even when I played ice hockey as a goalie. I never liked tight-fitting Under Armour. It's just a preference. I always liked the loose-fitting stuff. As far as the sleeve pockets go, they are definitely, let's get the hats off of here. They are definitely copies of the Crye style G3 pockets. You've got the same loop, 2 fields of loop instead of one solid loop field, so there's more flex in the pocket and a little more articulation, so that's kind of cool. Sewing doesn't seem too bad on the 2 different fields as far as the hook and the loop. And then you've got the 2-stage pocket in here. So you got the one main pocket and then the secondary pocket here to separate different things at your desired level. And then you do have your little glasses loop here for sunglasses and eyewear, like that. You can put your cool guy glasses, like your Magnums, on there if you want. Hey everybody, it's Money from the future. Real fast addendum to the video. As you can see, the shirt's real salty. I actually ran this all weekend, and it was absolutely fantastic. The addendum I want to give you is about the segment you were just watching that we just cut into, and we were talking about the sunglasses right here. Well, I left something out, and it was about this little pockety thing here. So this, yes, is for glasses. Really though, Crye intended this little slit right here to be for your glasses. I didn't talk about that in the video. I kind of left that slit out. And this thing is also for weird oblonged cylindrical items like chem lights. So you could pop like, let's say, a blue chem light like this. You know, blue means lots of things for lots of people. You could pop a blue chem light, green chem light, whatever SOP might mean, whatever it would be, or whatever game you're doing. You can run a chem there. You could run a Sharpie there, whatever long, weird cylindrical item. But you could also run sunglasses or ballistic eye pro, whatever here. Just kind of hold it there. That is a thing. But really, the glasses area is technically this slit in the pocket right here. I was kind of off on that one. I misspoke. But like I said, as you can see, it is salty as fuck. I got to throw this in a wash. It was fantastic. It really was great. Playing all weekend in this shirt. I wore it every single day. Anyway, back to your regular scheduled program, guys. No, that they made a big deal about that on their website about, oh, we got sunglasses loop. I don't use that. I don't know who does, but it's there if you that's a big selling point for you. Big generous loop field though. I mean, it'll hold if for whatever reason you were super inclined to run a 5x3, you could. But most likely you're just going to run a small call sign or a smaller other patch like this little IR black on black. Going all the way down the sleeve, it is Velcro cuffed. It's just a simple little rectangle. Rectangle? Yeah, rectangle. Velcro closure, long loop field, and then it'll just cuff out. Nothing too fancy. Pretty simple. Easy to do, easy to use. Some errant string in there. I don't know why. And then on the back side of the sleeve, we do have an elbow pad pocket, like the real deal cat hair. Right here. So there is an elbow pad pocket. These do come with elbow pads. So this is the big old bag it came in. Most Krydex stuff does come in. The elbow pads out of there. So here we are. Rip this open. So these are the little pads that come in. Very much like the Crye pads. Thinner. Not as nice as the Crye pads. But as far as knockoff Crye pads go, they did a better job on these than they do on the hard shell ones. So I'll give them that. But these just insert in here. You got some padding in your elbow. So these are a lot like the field pads that you have for like the Crye pants. The Crye field pant knee pads for the field pants are made of the same kind of like black foam. A better foam than this, of course, but the same stylization. So that's kind of what you got for that. But you just insert that into the elbow pad. It's a really big pocket, so you get a little bit of play in there, but not too much. So it can shift around and slide around in there. It's whatever. You'll use that pocket maybe if you really want some elbow protection. I will probably be cutting the sleeves on this, to be honest with you, so it's kind of neither here nor there for me. But yeah, if that's something you want, if that's something you're looking for in your airsofting or real world usage, it does come with some elbow pads. And if you wanted a good upgrade for yours, if you wanted this, I would recommend trying to source some real Crye elbow pads. That'd be a nice little upgrade. You could probably do it relatively cheap on the surplus market. The body material doesn't feel too bad. It's actually fairly soft. It is like it says, it's a jersey knit material. And like I said, I got the 3XL, which is about a US XL roughly. I like my combat shirts to be nice and loose. I am not a small human at all. I am a fairly big guy. I'm not like grotesquely overweight, but I'm a big dude. I'm a stocky fella. You know, I like to eat. So I like some room. I don't like shit, you know, on me. And this is nice. It's a very good size. It's for all my big boys out there, for all my hosses, my my battle cattle. This is a good size. It's right around truly an XL, not a 3XL. This was a 3XL. This shit would be huge. But this is what you're looking for. I kind of guessed. I was like, no, let's shoot for the 3XL. It's probably good. If it's too big, so be it. I think you'd be safe if you run around a US XL t-shirt-ish. And you definitely, if you wear a frog top, like a USMC, if you wear a frog USMC XL comfortably, this is what size you're going to definitely want. If you're looking for just a little room, a little more comfort, go for the 3XL. You could probably get away with the 2XL, but anything lower than that, I don't think you're going to like it. Other sleeves, the exact same, minus the little sunglasses loop. Otherwise, internally, they're identical. They're just two pockets finished off with the same Velcro, same articulation, and then the same elbow pocket on the other sleeve. Same cuff at the bottom too. Nothing changed there. Back of the shirt, jersey knit, big open area, and then you've got your underarm, your armpits come down to about midway, and that's it. So overall, the shirt itself is pretty chill. It's pretty good. It's a decent copy of a Crye G3. And now what we're going to do is we're going to leave the table and we're going to go do a wear test. I'll do a nice little Vanna White spin around with it on without a plate carrier. So you can see just how it fits on my big old chunky ass. And you can see how it looks to get an idea of fitment. Like I said, I wear a XL t-shirt, and I'll show you what the frog looks like on me, the USMC XL frog, and then what this looks like to give you an idea of how they both look, so you can kind of see the differences and how they look. And then I will also, actually, you know, I'm gonna go and pull out a frog real quick, and I'll show you the frog real fast on camera here, statically, and then kind of give you a comparison. So like I said, bring out the frog real fast. So this is a USMC frog top, and this is the Krydex top, and they're roughly are the exact same size-ish. They're about the same size, more or less. So frog is XL, the Krydex is that 3XL. So I will go ahead and I'll put this guy on, and I'll put this guy on. I'll show you kind of how they both fit, and you'll see an idea of what I'm talking about as far as fitment goes and what you're getting into if you want to grab one of these guys in 3XL. And so we'll get off the table, we'll take a look at these, and then we'll also put a plate carrier on with the two, so just kind of see how it fits with the plate carrier by itself. And we'll come back to the table, we'll do final thoughts in the video. So yeah, well, let's go ahead and head outside. So this is, as you can tell, the Krydex. I got one sleeve cuffed, so you can see kind of how it is with your cuff done. I got one sleeve slightly rolled, and then I'm going to uncuff this one in a second to show you the length. So this is kind of how the 3XL fits on me. Like I said, I wear an extra large t-shirt. You know, I'm a bigger guy, not small, not grotesquely fat, but I'm still a big human. You know, I'm a battle cattle. And this is kind of how it'll fit. So if you're on the bigger size, this is kind of where you want to go. If you're really big, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. But if you're a smaller human, this is going to be way too big for you. So if you wear like an XL combat shirt, especially if you're wearing like an extra large frog top, this should fit you wonderfully, because that's what I wear. As far as the length goes on the sleeves, this is what you're working with. So if you are like me, where I normally would wear a large regular BDU, but with a large regular, the sleeves were still just a little too long. Kind of went a little longer than they should. The large regular was too long, but a large short was too short. I kind of fell in between. This is going to do the same thing to you. That's where rolling them will help you out. Or cutting them, depending on what your flavor is. If you want that super cool guy look, just cut the sleeves, and then you're extra Jeff Group CAG cool guy. It's up to you, whatever you want. But yeah, the length isn't bad. Paper's kind of nice. I like it. I wish it was just a hair longer for tucking, because when you do tuck these in, what you get some dynamic movement, start kicking around. These will start to ride and kind of pop out once they're tucked, because they're just not as long as they could be. You'll see what I'm talking about when I put the frog top on. Frog's a lot longer. That is something I wish the Krydex would have done. I know the Crye tops are a little longer, and the real Crye tops are a hair longer for tucking, especially the newer ones. It's something I would like to have seen. Other combat tops do have a longer torso for that. Another way to mitigate that, I wish Krydex offered regular, short, and long options. You just get what you get. It's just one size. You just get the length. All you get is like 40, 32, or XL, double XL, triple XL. And that's how you get what you get. I wish they had more like a 3XL long, 3XL short, 3XL regular, something like that, because then you could get more length in the body. That would have been nice. So, something that I wish they would do. Anyway, all right. The neck is really big. Like I talked about on the table, just to give you a visual of how big that is. That is gigantic. Like really, really gigantic. So when you're putting your plate carrier on, keep that in mind, because that can get bunched and get kind of weird and crunchy and funky. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go put on the frog top, and I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna do a turn around so you can see how the frog fits, and just kind of show you since I talked about it on the table. All right, so this is the extra large frog top, probably my favorite combat shirt. I like the length. So when you tuck these, they stay tucked. They don't come untucked. I like how loose it is. It's more comfortable for me. You know, bigger guy. I don't like stuff clinging to me. I never have, even when I played hockey. I was a goalie. I hated shit clinging to me. Just felt funky. I'm always like peeling it off, like eh. But I like the loose feel. I do like the zipper on the frog. The zipper comes down a little further than the Krydex. The Krydex stops right about here. This zipper goes down a little further. I don't know why. I just like it. I think it's easier to take on and off than the Krydex top because of the zipper. That's just me. Sleeves are about the same, as you can see. Maybe it's a hair shorter, but about the same issue. Otherwise, you're looking about the same thing. So if you wear an XL frog, an 3XL Krydex should fit you just fine. Definitely a nice top. Just want to kind of compare the two to give you a visual idea of what you're working with if you wanted to get that Krydex top. And roughly an XL Crye fits about the same as this. So that's kind of what you're looking at. So if you're wearing a real XL Crye or a real XL frog, that 3XL Krydex is about what you're playing with. 2XL to 3XL, 3XL, in my opinion, probably going to be the better option. If you're kind of in between sizes like me, the XL is definitely the right size. If you're kind of in between a large and an XL, where you want the XL just for like looseness and comfortability, but you still really could fit a large, 2XL might work for you. Like for me, a large would just be a little uncomfortable. It'd be a little tight. I wouldn't enjoy my life. I'd hate it. Where this XL is just perfect. That 3XL is the way to go. So we're going to stop this. I'm going to go put the Krydex back on, and I'm going to throw a plate carrier on to give you an idea how it plays with a plate carrier, how it looks. All right, we're back out. I got the Krydex back on. We got the plate carrier on. Feels good. I like how it feels. So we're sitting about 85 degrees right now, just to kind of give you guys an idea of the weather we're in. sunny, beautiful Texas day. This Krydex feels good. It's actually a nice, temperate feeling. I'm just chilling. I'm not exerting myself or running around though, and it does feel comfortable with the plate carrier on. I'm not like hot, so just gonna, and I'm wearing black. Just kind of put that in perspective. So I thought I'd add that little tidbit of information. The zipper, like I mentioned, how it doesn't go very low. It also doesn't create a hot spot underneath the plate, so that is a plus. That is a huge deal. Yeah, the plate still need to be adjusted. It's a little loosey goosey, not quite sitting where it needs to be. But as you can see, plate carrier sits nice with it. It's comfortable. It's doing what a combat shirt's supposed to do. It's giving me all the breathability areas to make life with one of these on just a little bit better and a little more tolerable for long extended periods. Because if you've never worn a plate carrier for extended periods, it sucks. It is not fun, especially in heat. It is just a terrible experience, especially if you don't have something like a combat shirt to wear with it. If you are playing Airsoft right now in just like a field shirt all the time, and it's hot and humid where you play, please, I implore you, get a combat shirt, because you will like yourself a lot better, you'll be a lot happier, and you will probably not be as prone to being a heat cat as you are right now by wearing that field shirt all the time. And you will become less of a liability to the other people you play with. Just dad advice. Anyway, overall, fits good. Like I pointed out, the collar can be an issue, so make sure you get that collar tucked properly under your plate carrier, because otherwise it's going to puff up and be weird, and you will hate your life after a while with that puffed up. It will be really uncomfortable, and you'll be fighting with it, scratching at it like a cat wearing a fucking vet cone. You're not going to like that. Otherwise, I think it's a good buy. If you don't have Crye money, like I've already said before, but you do want a combat shirt that's going to be okay, kind of decent, this is a good middle ground than buying one of those super cheap copies for like 20 bucks off of like Ollie. Those things fall apart. They're not great. These Krydexes aren't bad. We've already reviewed the pants on the channel. I wear multicam hair periodically. I have real Crye shit, and I wear my Krydex almost more than my real Crye sometimes. My son wears a pair of Krydex. He loves them. He beats the living shit out of them, and they hold up. They really do, surprisingly so. I'm kind of shocked at the quality of the Krydex stuff, to be completely honest with you. And I've seen and I've used the really crappy early Emerson and TMC Crye clones that were just hot garbage and fell apart. The new Emerson stuff's good. The new Krydex stuff is good. So if you don't have Crye money, consider looking into this stuff. Yes, I know it's proprietary, the Crye, X Papa. I get it. I know the arguments, but young guys, young players, new players, even older players that don't have a lot of money but still want the form, functionality, and the look, this stuff's good. Check it out. All right, that's all I got for this portion. We are going to go back to the table. I'll finish up with final thoughts. We'll end the video. Thanks for watching so far. If you made it this far, you're a fucking rock star. Let's go back inside. All right, guys, we're back on the table. So final thoughts on this Krydex top are pretty positive, actually. It's not a terrible top for what you get for the price. It is considerably less expensive than a Crye Precision top, I will say that. I do personally feel like the collar is a little big, seems a little overly generous in size. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've had a genuine Crye top. I just don't remember my Crye collars being this large. I only have currently a Emerson reproduction of a G3 top. I don't have a real Crye one anymore. And so I feel like the Krydex collar is just a little big. I could be wrong though. Maybe it's exactly the same size. I just don't remember my Crye collars being this big. As far as the material, the actual material of the body, it feels nice. It's very nice to the touch. It feels good when you're wearing it. It was very cooling. Like I said, it was 85 degrees outside when I was wearing it, and it did not feel too warm. It felt pretty good, actually. If I was running around like an idiot, it would feel even better. So just the light breeze that was there, with the little bit of sweat I had going on, it was doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It was cooling me off, so I was very happy. I am concerned about it shrinking a little bit because it is cotton jersey knit that could shrink, But again, like I mentioned, wash it, hang dry it, don't dry it in your dryer, and you should have no issues there. That will also hopefully help with the color fastness. We'll see about that. That might be the only major drawback, is this might fade a lot because I don't know how well the ripstop is and how color fast it's going to be. So those are my only real concerns. Otherwise, if it is anything like the multicam pants I reviewed and that I have and my son has, the fading wasn't too bad on those. They stayed fairly color fast, and they shouldn't be too bad. The only other issue would be if I was going to try to wear this for any sort of actual tactical environment, because I'm pretty confident none of this is NIR compliant, nor is it treated, so therefore it will not have any sort of IR mitigation capabilities or anything like that, and it's going to just probably color shift like crazy under IR light. But I'm not buying it for that. This is purely for the big LARP and for BB LARPing and being a nerd and just having a good time and kind of playing around with my kids. If I wanted that capability or that issue, I will just get a real Crye top and call it good. So this was just so I didn't have to spend a lot of money to get the look I wanted and goof around at the local airsoft field. If I wanted the same capability with the same look and the same colors to go to a larger event like Milson West, absolutely fork out the money and just go buy an actual Crye top, which I probably will be doing. But I was honestly just curious about the Krydex tops. They are a popular video that I seem to do. Anytime I talk about Krydex items, a lot of people seem to have questions, and a lot of people seem to like those videos. So I got one of these tops to check out. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this review and this video, and I hope the extra footage of actually me wearing it and then wearing it with the plate carrier may have helped you make a decision on whether or not you wanted to even splurge on one of these, especially if you're a larger fella and you were kind of curious about sizing, or even for my smaller guys and you're curious about sizing. This hopefully gave you an idea of how the sizing works, because now that you saw me and how I'm built, it kind of gives you an idea of how the sizing runs, because this is a 3XL. So now you know, okay, I might have to go a size or two in either direction depending on how my frame is. And that's kind of probably what you're going to have to do. Anyway, as always, guys, and maybe gal or two that are watching, get out there, play some airsoft, have a good time, make some fun kits, make some different kits, be a bunch of nerds, LARP smarter, not harder, and hopefully I will see you guys at some point on the field. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.